Good morning guys, hello and welcome to another episode of the Portugal Travel Explorations. So as I promised in the last episode, today is the day where I start exploring Porto. So I've grabbed myself a city map, and I also learned from the accommodation here that there is a small cafe about 200 meters or so from here, and they have a collaboration with this cafe and they give you a discount. So let's go there, have some breakfast and look at the map and get exploring for the day. Oh, that was such a good breakfast. They have so many choices. I was drooling over things and I wanted everything. So I told the guy the services are really good and I'll come back again to try more things. For the moment I'm going to the tourist info center because I think in Lisbon they have this Lisboa card which gave a lot of discounts. I think in Porto too they have this thing called a Porto card. So I'll go and ask and try and understand what that card is and how does it work. So let's see if we could save up some money before we start exploring. Yeah, I was right. So this is the welcome center. I'm on the back side. There is an area where you could just walk around a bit easily. So they give you these two cards. One is a transport card and the other one is a discount card. You can't have just the transport card apparently, which is all I wanted, but okay, whatever. So if you get just the discount card, the prices are almost half the prices, and just like in Lisbon you have to tell them the number of hours. So it's 1 day all the way up to 4 days I think. So I took the 72-hour card. In the discount card you have to put in the date and time from when you want it to start, and then for the transport card it starts from the first time you validate. So here, compared to the other metros, I think if you've been to the Netherlands you'll know you have to validate before you get on. So here on the metro you have to validate if you're changing lines, you're getting on a metro, or if you're changing transport from metro to a bus and so on. So this card allows me free public transport access to all train lines, all metro lines, all bus lines, which is really convenient. So I can minimize the amount of walking. And I think I'm in the city center. On the way here there was lots of construction going on, and towards the end there is the city hall. So I'm going to start walking around from there, start seeing what all is open. Some of the museums they told me are closed on a Monday, but everything opens tomorrow. So not too bad. I can start exploring now. So this is the central railway station. On the inside is really beautiful. Let's try to go in and check it out. Decided to take a walk by the train tracks. The train station is really amazing in the blue and the white tiles that they have, as the history of Portugal depicted, but now it's really touristy and everybody had their cameras out. Was pretty nice anyways. And on the train board where they show the departure times and stuff, I was looking at the possible destinations where they go, and I recognized two of them, Braga and Guimarães. I guess now that I have the transport card, which gives me access to these trains anyways, might as well try to go there at some point and do a day trip or so. We'll have to see how far they are, what's there to see and stuff, but looks like a potential venue for exploring anyways. So yeah, that was the central train station, bang center in the city center. Of course, because of the construction going on, it was a bit hard to get around because some of the roads are blocked off. But anyways, it was really nice. Now I probably try to see the town hall. I was wondering how I was going to find the city hall, but the sign and the queue of people made it pretty obvious where I was. So I was standing in the queue to take a photo as well, which you saw in the thumbnail. It was a fun event. I wonder if the civilians are allowed to go inside. If not, I'll move to another monument. Looks like this boulevard is full of places to see. Wow, so cool. It seems like it's at least parts of this city hall are accessible to the public. So walking around, looks like they have a projection of some kind. Small area on the ground floor is open to public, but at least you get like some feel. I guess upstairs is active offices of the city hall, so you're not allowed to go up there, but still I guess these are, oh yeah, the presidents, so they have the names and when they got into office. But I guess most of the people spend their time outside queuing up to get their photo and then just leave. They never come in. So I asked the lady at the tourist info center to highlight the places to see. So this was the big station in the city center. This is a church. This was the area that was blocked for construction. And this is the city hall and the boulevard in front. So that's where we are now. Then they have lots of churches and stuff around. There's also this library. So you have to pay €5 to get in, and J.K. Rowling used to frequent here as well. So it's very, very touristy and popular. Yeah, so and then there is this boulevard area here, so I'll see where I end up going. I'm not sure if I want to pay €5 to get in here, but I do feel like going along a walk along the boulevard, so let's see. Took a short bus ride for 2 stops, came to the Santa Clara Church. Looks interesting. Let's try and see if we can explore something. It's just right here, and the wall is like really amazing. Might be closed. Yeah, there's a €4 entrance ticket, and it does seem like this was the entrance to the church. Maybe I'll come back later. Campus looks really cool. No wonder it's empty. So this down there is some sort of a train track, I'm guessing, for the funicular, and then over there is the Louis I bridge, which is a very iconic bridge of Porto. So you cross this river, go on to the other side, and I think that's the Gaia district. And if the lady at the tourist center told me, like, if you take the top of the arch, you get to the gardens, and if you take the bottom, you get to the wine cellars. I don't care so much about the wine cellars. I guess I'm gonna walk on the top, and also for me, because it's gonna give me a much better aerial view of the city. But that I plan to do more around 5 or so p.m. to try and see if there is a good spot for a sunset as well. So for the moment, I'll keep to this side of the river and just gonna walk around this neighborhood to try and see what else is there. That right there is the, I think, 75-meter high bell tower of the church, which is the highest in Porto still. We'll try to get there at some point. Has 225 steps to climb all the way up. I don't know if I'm going up or not, but the aerial view of the city is really cool from here. Porto Cathedral and the tower and the museum, and then there's also the Bishop's Palace, which is the next building, so I'll go there afterwards. And this is the first part of the cathedral I came into. and the entrance ticket is like €3, and then with the Porto card you get it for €2. And staff told me like it's better to buy it separate, so you get the Bishop's Palace ticket separately and then the rest here, which is cheaper that way. Courtyard looks so similar to the Geronimus monastery from Belém, except for the blue and white tiles here, which depicts their history and is iconic of this region, at least from what I've seen. Now I'm headed to the tower. The tower itself is not so high, it's just a couple of steps, but it really does give like a panoramic view. You could see the bridge there, the river there, people crossing over, metro passing by, and the aerial view of the entire Porto, both this side and that side of the river. So that's really amazing, totally worth coming all the way up here. Just a couple of steps and it's really nice and calm breeze up here, so you could come and stay for a bit. It's not boiling hot up here because of the wind. So then I spend some time here and then start heading down. That's the Bishop's Palace, so when I get down there, that's the Bishop's Palace, so you have a separate entrance ticket for that, right next to that bridge, which I'll cross in the evening. Probably that's the park where I'll end up and maybe try to catch a sunset from there. It looks really amazing so far. So this is the tower I climbed. Looks really small from here. It was pretty good height, and there's some restoration work going on for the tiles. That was a really cool experience. Spent about 20-25 odd minutes inside. Saw the cathedral, the tower, roamed around a bit, maybe a little bit of museum as well. Now headed to the Bishop's Palace. Let's see what's inside. Pretty grand entrance. Entrance with the Porto card discounted to €3 from the original price, €4 I think. So let's see what the palace is inside. So basically the info card is saying that this is like a central granite staircase that when you come up it splits into two. A neoclassical staircase. There's one like central elliptical lighting from the window, and then 10 more windows around here, so it's like very brightly lit. This is the room where the bishop listened to the audiences, and the portraits are of the bishops. And when the new bishop is appointed, the other portraits are moved counterclockwise to maintain the chronology. Pretty amazing. It's like the darbar of the Mughals and other rulers in India. And there is the cathedral and the tower that I just finished viewing. And this was the courtyard where I was watching the bird's eye view from throne room where the bishop was enthroned. And the red is supposedly for the color of love. To me it also means a symbol of power, but the info card says it's for love. Fun stuff. Time to recharge the batteries and recharge myself as well. I'm gonna take a lunch break soon and then continue exploring the rest of Porto. Just randomly descending through the narrow winding streets, trying to get down to the harbour side. Maybe there's some good food to eat over there. Oh, what is this? Looks like a mini laundry place like the dhobi ghats we have in Mumbai areas. No idea what's the purpose of this, but cool stuff. So after lunch I decided to hop on over to the other side. Couldn't find a way to get up there easily. There were a bunch of stairs, but the funicular is out of service. So I used the lower deck. Not very great views, so I wasn't vlogging. But then there are these boats parked here with wine caskets. So I think they are aging the wine here. They grow the grape wines in the Douro Valley, and I think they age here. So they have a lot of wine cellars and wine tours here. So you go around the tunnels looking at how they're aging and stuff, and then at the end you can taste it. Not something super useful for me, but that's where I end up if I use the lower deck. I'm gonna walk around, and there's also this cable car going up. So I don't know if I want to take that or figure out a way to walk up. It's just 5:30. I still have about 2.5 hours to get to. The idea would be to get to the top deck, and the sun is setting over this side, so it would be nice to see it over the river. That's the main town over there, and now I'm in Gaia side, the other side of the bridge. So just gonna walk around and see what they have along the promenade. There are also these like small artisan shops there, some people selling local stuff, and they also have a lot of like these cork bags or something for €1, so some simple bracelets and things. So local artisans selling the souvenirs. Pretty cool. Was walking by the promenade that came in the station for the telepheric or the cable car. Actually the last one goes up at 8 PM, so I took a one-way ticket already, and with the Porto card you get 10% off, so it was €5 and something cents. I think the original price is €6 one way, and that's why 10% off €5 something, €5.40 or something. That's pretty cool. So it's just 5:45 PM now, so I want to get up there at the time of sunset so I could be on the upper deck of the bridge. Until then, just gonna roam around. Ooh, there's a limousine you can tour around in. So just walking around, checking out these local street vendors, whatever they are selling, if there's something interesting. And there's a close-up. I'll be up there soon. There's a municipal market. Let's see what's inside. Some fruits maybe. different kind of municipal market, not the kind I was expecting. It's mostly food joints and then some beer tasting kind of alcoholic joints, sangria and stuff. Okay, let's keep walking by the promenade. Maybe I find something else interesting. They have these very traditional sandwiches here called Francesina. I guess that's the most closest pronunciation I could capture. It has like multiple layers, and I think at some point they also throw in a steak inside, which is why I can't eat it. But if you want, you could try. That's a very local, authentic Porto cuisine. So this was the view I had when I came from the lower deck. They're doing a lot of renovations. Everything is mostly blocked off. That's the bridge up there. So hopefully with the telepheric, when I get up high, I can get a much better view. Another one of those wine tours, but they also had these like the oval shaped salty things were codfish cakes with some sort of cheese to go with the wine. Pretty interesting. Because I've been walking up and down the promenade just to see if there's something else special. Just decided to walk into that one. Going to the cable car station now. Time to go up and see the view from the bridge. To the top. That's a monastery up there, which I think is closed today. But there's our bridge where I want to see the sunset. The exit is like you are entering a dungeon, not exiting instead. This is a really nice park here, just up after the telepheric. When you get out there, you end up at this park. Some people have also lined up here to watch the sunset over the city, but I'll go to the bridge as I had originally planned because I want the river in the frame. But lots of people chilling here. Some people are even selling popcorns, juices. It's like a typical picnic-like vibes. And the metro here is very unique. It's like a mix of tram and urban train and metro. That's the metro. So it goes underground, stays overground, and then works around like a tram on the city streets, and then it goes on the top deck of the bridge. Really cool. I've used it on the way here, and I'll also use it on the way to the airport in a couple of days. So this, and then you have to take the ticket with the zone, so it's not like take any single ticket and then you can go. Your destination is defined by zones and then you pay per zone, so it's a bit tricky, but it's very convenient and very economical.